What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, the day is here. The day we all been waiting on, guys. Yeah, you see it back there. You know what that is? Yeah, 2022 Hayabusas have finally arrived. This is what we've all been waiting for, guys. We are about to take them off the truck right now. Be sure to go ahead and click that like button, click subscribe to the channel, because we are about to make some things happen on here. Yeah, that's right, guys. We're gonna be unloading these things. We're gonna be putting it together, and we are gonna be taking it for a test drive right here in this video to see what this thing is all about. You've seen videos, you've seen reviews from the magazine people, but this is gonna be coming from a drag racer's perspective. Yeah, that's right, guys. Someone who has been riding Hayabusa since they came out in '99, someone who has had GSX-R 1000 since they came out in 2001. This is gonna be the review that you've been waiting on. I'm gonna show you every single little detail about these bikes, and we're gonna see what they're all about. We're gonna have it out of the truck here in just a second. All right, guys, let's rip into this thing. C2 is still unloading the other ones. We got 6 of them coming today. Let's tear into this thing and see what we got. Oh yeah, of course you guys already seen them on a lot of other videos, but like I said, we're gonna be doing a little more reviewing and a little more, I'm gonna call it real world stuff with ours. Now, this is not gonna be my personal bike. I personally chose white and blue. So this is a customer's bike that is pre-sold, and that customer has given me permission to be able to ride it and test it out. We're gonna, of course, gently break it in, and then we're gonna put a few miles on it today and see what this thing is like. We'll have it uncovered here in just a second. All right, guys, so we got this thing all put together, pretty much all together. I wanted to go over a few things with you. I was just playing with the dash and stuff and taking a look over everything before we fired it up. One thing I did notice, it is a Denso ECU. This is the same brand ECU that's in the other Hayabusas, basically all the Suzuki. So that's a good thing as far as being able to flash them. It's not something that is totally new. Now, we still don't know when these things can be flashed or what can be changed in them, but I'm sure it will be coming soon. So let's go ahead and turn the key on and see what the display looks like. So first thing you notice, it is a good looking LCD screen that pops up there. Hopefully we can get good views and angles of all this stuff. And then the next thing I was doing was I was playing with some of the settings in the dash. So you see it pops up, we got display, riding set, RPM set, heel hold set. So I guess if you're on a hill, and the thing will actually hold the brakes on for you. I thought that was pretty cool. One of the things I did notice here, so when we hit enter here, we got active data. I don't know how good this phone or the GoPro is picking this up, but active data, or we can do SDMS. So if we select that, and then we go all the way back, then now we have here, we have power mode A, or I'm sorry, setting A, power mode 1, and traction control 1. And then you can see we got the little lightning bolt here, meaning the shift light is turned on. So if we go back to our main menu, we can now do display, and then we do active data. This shows us how much the bike is leaned over currently at the time. And then this resets, you see as I'm leaning the bike over, this resets and shows you, you know, how much lean angle and stuff that the bike has currently while you're riding it. So that's a pretty cool setting. Other things I noticed in here, I did set the shift light. One thing I did notice on the tack is it goes to 11,000 RPMs before the red line. So that's cool. The old Busas used to hit red line a little sooner. Riding set, this was something different, where we can go in and you can actually change the engine braking too. So that's something new. Traction control, quick shifter settings, engine braking, LF. I gotta figure out what that is. We gotta see about that. But anyways, enough talk. Let's fire this thing up. Its first breath of life. This thing has never been started before. We are gonna crank it up and see what it sounds like. As you can imagine, with these monstrosity of an exhaust system, super quiet, doesn't really make a lot of noise. We knew that's pretty much how it's going to be. You know, a lot of people too are going to want to change the exhaust system out. You know, that's not going to be everybody's favorite. The wheels on this thing look super good. These are pretty much just like the GSX-R 1000 wheels, the 2017 and up. They look like those wheels as far as the way the spokes look. Overall thing looks super good. I know when I get mine, I'm gonna wrap this, vinyl wrap it, black out that chrome trim. Me personally, I'm not really a big fan of the chrome, so I'll vinyl wrap that on mine. We're just babying it along, petting it a little bit right now, letting it get its first breath of life. Just to kind of break in properly, you see the LED running lights. These look super, super good. LED headlight, crazy bright. Put that on high beam. You can see super, super bright lights. Here's your quick shifter down here. The way that's mounted, that all looks really nice. A lot of the stuff looks pretty similar to the Gen 2 Busa, so I think a lot of parts are going to interchange. The swing arm does look the same. The shock linkage looks the same, so the lowering kits and stuff on the old bikes will still work. Looks like the rear shock from the old bikes will still work. A lot of things I think are going to cross over to make this stuff, you know, this stuff will interchange. Just kind of scrolling over everything for those of you who have a bike on order and have not got it yet. Just trying to show you some of the things I noticed. The handlebars, I think, sit up a little higher than the older bikes. This should be a little more comfortable to ride, as far as not as much lean on your back. And I also think that like the seat position sits up a little higher as well. So it'll be interesting to see comfort-wise how that fits. I'm gonna take a short break. We're gonna put some heat in the engine, let this thing break in, and we'll be back here in a second for a little test drive. All right, guys, all mic'd up. It is time to go for a test drive. First time ever, 4:17 p.m., 87 degrees, 0 miles. Here we go. Let's see what this 2022 Hayabusa is all about. I have got a... Hopefully we don't have too much vibration going on here. I've got a suction cup mount stuck to the gas tank on this thing. I hope it does all right for you guys. So, quick shifter is turned on. I'm gonna try to balance this thing a little bit for you too, so it's a little better. Quick shifter's turned on. It is currently in user mode. So I set this up. So it's got A, B, C, just like the old Busas, and it's got user 1, 2, 3. So you can program different things. On user mode, I currently have traction control completely off, wheelie control completely off. Before we do that, let's just jump over. Let's go back to A mode. Let's ride it like that first. And that way I can tell you a little bit about what it's like, and then I'll tell you how much it changes when I put it in user mode. We're gonna get off the main road here. Now, I have heat cycled this thing multiple times. Uh-oh, we gotta get gas. Let's get gas, let's get gas. I have heat cycled this thing multiple times before we went on the video here, and it I'm not gonna say it's broken in, but we got it comfortable enough to where we can give her a little bit of hell before we take it out. So like I said, I put it on the dyno. I did not run it, of course, but I did, you know, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. We got about 5 times under our belt. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and fill this thing up. The customer that purchased this thing was nice enough to agree to let me take it out for a test drive and do this video to share it with you. I'm not going to release his name, but you guys give him a big thumbs up and a thank you for letting us take his brand new baby and put the first miles on it. So I'm going to give him free fill up on me. Got him slammed full of gas. It held a whopping $15.56. Held 4 gallons, 4.5 gallons. So gas $3.41 a gallon here in South Carolina. All right, now we're ready. Full tank of gas. Not that we're going far. We're just going to put a few miles on this thing to show you guys a little bit about what it's like. Hit this quick shifter. That felt good. That felt good. So, of course, we can't really compare this to a ZX14 because, well, I mean, we can't. This has all the latest, greatest, newest electronics. A ZX14, in my opinion, a little outdated now, just as the Busa was in 2020. It was lacking a lot of things that a lot of the new bikes have. When I say the new bikes, I am used to my new GSX-R 1000. I have a 2020 and a 2021. For those of you who are new to the channel, I also have a 2021 ZX10 and I have a 2016 ZX14. All of which I have modified, kind of set up to drag race slash play on the highway, even though I more or less just drag race. The quick shifter on the Suzuki feels outstanding. A little laggy there, not bad, but like I said, this is for a factory bike. The way Suzuki has got their shifters, they really got them figured out. I apologize about the bouncing on the camera. I don't really have another mount. Since this isn't my bike, I can't go sticking, you know, glue on mounts all over it, so I gotta use this. So like I said, take the video for what it's worth. This is just showing people who are maybe in the market for a new Busa. This is showing you a little bit about what it's like. I'm gonna kind of stand on those rear brakes a little bit. We got to get them scuffed in. We still got to get our front brakes scuffed too, so we got to be careful with this thing. Everything is brand spanking new. We're approximately 2.2 miles into the break-in process. So this thing, I noticed as I was playing through the gauges, has hill assist. So if you're sitting on a hill, I guess it'll keep it from letting you roll back. That's kind of cool. It knows all that stuff. Alright, so just then when I went to accelerate on it, I felt the quick shifter hold me back. In other words, I got on it and I felt the bike, when I shifted, it kind of nosed over. Now my ZX10 is terrible about that. The 2021, it's like the worst one I've ridden as far as the way the quick shifter itself feels. So this thing, be interesting to see, you know, how much Suzuki is holding back on it. I'm gonna go ahead and bump it over to user 1 and see if that lagginess is still there on the quick shifter. Now I am on little small streets, of course obeying all safety and traffic laws. So yeah, definitely a lot of hesitation. Mid throttle, I would call that. Not even mid, that's like quarter throttle. Some hesitation there. Once we get this thing on a real road, we'll try to accelerate a little bit for you guys to show you a little bit about what it's like. Now, one thing I do notice, I don't know if you can see it over here, but the temperature gauge not going up very much. They got these things figured out where they run a lot cooler. The older Busas, Gen 1 was horrible. I mean, it would literally, you could cook eggs on your legs. after riding those things, especially in the summertime. It's 88 degrees here in South Carolina, super hot, and I'm not really feeling any heat on my legs right now. I mean, literally, it's just the you know, the heat from the air around me. But like, as far as the bike itself, running super cool, and doing really good. I'm impressed with that. I like that. I like the way the gauges all look and the feel of them. So now we're running 6 gear, 54 miles per hour, about 2,900 RPMs. So gear ratio, I feel like, yeah, probably about the same as the other Busas. The cool thing I did notice, exhaust system off a Gen 2 Busa will bolt right up. Lowering links off a Gen 2 Busa will bolt right up. Swing arm off a Gen 2 Busa appears to bolt right up. So Suzuki, they always do good about that stuff. The way they look at, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they have done a good job with that. So a lot of you guys that want to buy these things in drag race, or you have a Gen 2 Busa now and you got a fortune of money tied up into it, well, you could buy this thing, put some of your parts off your Gen 2 on it, right on your Gen 3, and hit the drag strip the first week. So that's pretty cool. As far as the ECU Flash, a lot of people have already asked me, hey, when can you tune it? When can you do this? When can you do that? I don't know yet. I am the tuner. I am not the ECU hacker. I don't write computer code. I'm smart, not that smart. But anyways, that should be unveiled soon. I don't know. We'll have to find out. The software company, tuning company that I use is Woolwich, and they hopefully will be finding something out soon. Woolwich themselves is based in Australia. Australia has had their new Hayabusas for about a month now, so I feel pretty confident Woolwich has already got their hands on an ECU, you know, messing with it, trying to get something figured out. If we got any Woolwich executives on the channel watching, chime in, let us know, or just shoot me a DM, PM, email, whatever, moremafia.com. I'm curious to know if I need to send you anything so you can have an American ECU. Let me know. I'm definitely willing to help. And see what this thing is. Overall impressions, this drive is crazy smooth. The thing is super comfortable. I am 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, fairly long-legged. This thing is comfortable for me. I like the way it feels. Not a lot of pressure on my wrist. Overall, really good design. Nice, comfortable bike. Even, don't shoot me, but even an older guy could see enjoying this thing. All right, so we're going to pull back on it. First gear. So we got a little bit of wheelie action. We don't want to beat on this thing super hard. Like I said, we still haven't broken it in yet. I don't know if you guys could tell that wheelie in the video there, but it did start to pull the tire. I did hit the quick shifter, and it just sat back down. So like I said, the wheelie control is technically turned off. Let's turn that back on and see what it lets us do. Let's go back to A mode and see if it even pulls a wheelie. We'll do another little first gear roll on right up here and just see what we get out of it. Like I said, I'm not gonna go fast with this thing because like I said, we're still in the break-in period of it. We're not trying to beat up on it. Look back, no piggies. Roll in. Yeah, so no wheelie that time at all. I could feel it starting to pull, and then I could feel it nose over. It didn't nose over hard either. It did a good job, but when I hit the quick shifter, boom, it fell on its face. So they definitely got a lot of power held back in the quick shifters of them. Kind of like a lot of new cars. They have what do you call it? Torque limiting or torque reduction or whatever they got on a lot of new cars. And these things are basically the exact same way as well. Keeps people from getting hurt on them as much. And roll into it one more time. I got it back on user 1. Yeah, instantly wheelies on with the launch control off. So that's pretty cool. that stuff works really good. So I didn't like stab it super hard, but you know, that time I just rolled into it, and it's basically, it pulls the front tire off the ground pretty much instantly with the lift control off. You go back to lift control on and the traction control on 1, it definitely don't pull up at all. Pretty cool. So like I said, it was, now I think the lift control was on 1. I don't know if that means probably should have read the manual before I took you guys on a ride, but I don't know if that means that it's gonna have, if that's the most launch control or the least. I would say that's the least lift control, based on how the traction control systems work on these things. Typically 1 is less than, you know, 10 is the most. So we're gonna dive off under the brakes pretty hard here in a second, see how they feel. Oh yeah, they feel good. I heard it slide the tire just a smidge. It brand new Brembos on this thing. Definitely got some good brakes. Check out the temperature gauge. I don't know if you can see it over here. Definitely not even to the middle yet. So I don't know what that is in, you know, a digital real temperature, whether that be 200 degrees or what. But either way, it's staying cool. You know, your old boosters would basically run at the middle mark about all the time. And it is super hot out here, and it's definitely staying cool. So far we've been 8 miles. My first impression is I am highly impressed. I did not, I mean, we all knew it was going to have restrictions. I mean, let's face it, that's just the way the things are going now. Every bike is going to be held back. Even the cars, no matter how much, you know, what you buy, even a Hellcat, whatever, 700 horsepower, it still isn't doing everything it can do right out of the box. You know, you could tune just a stock one and gain horsepower. Same way with these new bikes. They do have them held back. So like I said, no different with this one. I am really impressed at how well it rides and handles. It feels like it weighs a whole lot less than my ZX14. My ZX14 or any ZX14 in stock configuration feels like a big tank. This feels very nimble. It feels lightweight, I swear it does. And on top of that, of course, it still is 100% stock configuration, meaning it has a set of bazookas on the back. The exhaust system on this thing, insane. Like literally, you could definitely take these off and go to war with them. They are humongous. I would be willing to bet. I've already got exhaust systems in stock for these things. Hopefully I'm sure one of my customers that's buying the bikes will be buying an exhaust system, and we'll be putting that on for you in the next videos here to come in the next day or two. We are going to be going 2022 Hayabusa crazy on the channel. So if you guys don't like 2022 Busa, yeah, sorry man. We'll be back to some other stuff here later, but right now this is gonna be my new baby. Not this one in particular. I'm waiting on the white one. Like I said, it should be here soon. But this platform in general, I love Suzuki's, I love drag racing, and this is what this thing is all about. This is gonna be the bike, man. I think it really is. It's gonna be, of course, you guys know what I did with my GSX-R 1000, how fast we went, how, you know, what we were able to do with that thing, how we took it and defeated Ricky Gadsden on the Kawasaki ZX-10, pretty much set up the same way. So overall, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm about to hop off the bike and I'm going to do a walk around, show you what this thing looks like. We are going to detach our GoPro mount now, and boom, there you see it, the 2022 Hayabusa. This one officially has 8.6 miles, first ride ever, and I hope you have enjoyed everything. We will be back with more videos soon to come. Whenever we get some more heat cycles on this thing, we're going to put it on the dyno. We're going to see what kind of power it makes. Then we're going to take it out and see what they're all about. If any of the customers have bought one, I sold 19 of these things, guys. Sold 19 of them. I sold 6 black ones. We got them all in. If you want to see what your bike will do at the drag strip and you're ready to let her rip this week, let me know. We will make it happen this week. Yeah, that's right, guys. You know, drag strip's open Thursday. This is Tuesday. If you want to see it go down the drag strip this Thursday, all you got to do is give me the thumbs up, the okay, and I will definitely take it to the track and blast it off for you to show you what this thing will do in bone stock configuration. If you want to lower it, if you want to put straps on it, we got all that stuff in stock. I can make it happen. I could even, I don't want to take it to the track with putting exhaust on. I was going to say I could get exhaust on it, but I don't want to do that yet. I want to see what it'll do in bone stock configuration this Thursday. If you bought one from me, I know you're already watching. Yo, hit me up, moremafia.com. Call me. You know how to get in touch with me. Let's make it happen. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. We'll see you next time.